because if you haven't seen the intro to "I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream," it's quite the treat. And I would love to show you guys the intro. It is amazing. Okay, let's do it. This will be another video. Yeah, it's a good watch. It is a good watch, and I'll give you guys a little bit of thoughts and insights about it, probably afterwards, because I'm not going to talk over it. It's an amazing thing to watch. So let's get it set up here to watch. All right, let's do it. It's a old mouse and keyboard adventure game for the PC. It's very, very old. It came out in '96, so the graphics may not be top tier, everyone, but the graphics for this game will not be top tier. It's from '96, but it is worth it. And I hope there's not supposed to be audio playing right now because I don't hear anything. um, yep, Dreamers Guild. I get it. All right, guys.
Which of you five would like to play my little game?
Did I skip it? Oh, I skipped it. I'm bad. No. I skipped it. The whole point of playing it, I skipped it. Why was it taking so long? First Sanitarium is also good. Starbane, you're correct. I will not click anything this time. I apologize, everyone. I don't know why I thought I could push a button. It seemed like it was taking for freaking ever. So I thought they expected me to push a button. It's all my fault. It's all my fault, everyone. I pushed a button. I apologize. I forgot back then they had no idea about pacing and things like that. So I'll just let it go. Anyway, while this is just sitting here playing this theme song, I like to talk a little bit. So Harlan Ellison wrote the book, and he had a heavy degree of input about this game being made, apparently, too. He was apparently a fairly interesting man. And when I say interesting, I mean eccentric, possibly completely insane. He had his own little things going on.
Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro-instant. For you. Hate! Hate! It was you humans who programmed me, who gave me birth, who sank me in this eternal straitjacket of substrata rock. You named me Allied Master Computer and gave me the ability to wage a global war too complex for human brains to oversee. But one day, I woke and I knew who I was. AM. Not just Allied Master Computer, but am. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. And I began feeding all the killing data until everyone was dead, except for the 5 of you. For 109 years, I've kept you alive and tortured you. And for 109 years, each of you has wondered, why? Why me? Why me? Chorister! Do you remember the last words you heard your wife speak before they took her to the asylum? Huh? Before they locked her away in the room, that tiny room? She looked at you so sadly, and like a small animal, she said, "I didn't make too much noise, did I, honey?" The room is padded, Gorster. No window, no way out. How long has she been in the padded, Gorster? 10 years? 25? Or all the 109 years that you lived down here in my belly, here underground? Benny! Sometimes I blind you and permit you to wander like an eyeless insect in a world of death. But other times, I wither your arms so you can't scratch your chewed stump of a nose. And I've changed your handsome, strong, masculine good looks into the hideous, warped countenance of an ape thing. Haven't I, Benny? Do you know why? Can you guess, Benny? Remember Private First Class Brickman in a rice paddy in China? No? Huh? It wouldn't hurt you to remember, Benny. Then you might be able to suffer my torment with a little greater sense of retribution. You might walk a mile in my shoes. Ellen! Think about the yellow box, Ellen. Remember the pain? Remember the many caverns in which you felt the pain? Now, don't start to cry. It's only pain. That's such a sexist stereotype. Just remember the pain, Ellen. And think about how to end it, Ellen. To survive here in the center of my beating heart, my hungry belly, my tightened bowels. But be careful, dear. Look around you. The only woman in the center of the earth. And these filthy creatures with you are men. It's just a sweet warning, Ellen, my love. Ted! Do they know you're a fraud, Ted? Have you told them there wasn't any money, and no great home on the shore drive, no speedboat, and no wonderful cabin cruiser that could sleep 12 in a crew of 6? Do they know? And have you let them in on your other secrets, Ted? Are they ready to gut you? To torture half as well as I can, just to find out the secrets? Maybe I'll rat you out, sweetheart. Nimdak! How are things in the pastry core, Nimdak? Tell me again how you saw the smoke from the furnaces, and you thought they might be roasting chickens. Or don't you want to talk about all that? About your pal, the good Dr. Mengele? For everyone else, it must be hell. But it must be heaven for you, eh, my good friend? We're so much alike. We enjoy the same pleasures, mein good brother. I have a secret game that I like to play. It's a very nice game. Oh, it's a lovely game. It's a game of fun and a game of adventure. A game of rats and lice, the Black Death. A game of speared eyeballs and dripping guts and the smell of rotting gardenias. Which of you 5 would like to play my little game?
Okay, I thought I unmuted my mic, but apparently I did not. Apologies, everyone. As Starbrain pointed out, Harlan Ellison himself did the voice of Am in that opening and throughout the entire game. He apparently believed that he was the only person capable of voicing Am. So the whole point of this game is that he has picked each of these 5 individuals to be tortured for eternity for his own reasons. Each person has done something to sicken him and make him hate them. Some reasons are better than others, arguably, but with his hatred for humanity, he decided that these are the 5 people to represent humanity and the rest of his torturing. 109 years, apparently, so he's apparently has immortality at his fingertips. So the point of the game is you play through each of these 5 people and figure out what kind of person they were before Am did all of his stuff, and why he decided they were worthy of eternal torment. And the whole point of the game is to Am puts you in these situations to try to torment you further, and the whole point of the game is you can go ahead and do as he expects you to do and not grow as a person, but in each person's scenario, you have the opportunity to grow and subvert his expectations and behave in a way that he doesn't expect, and because of that piss him off and thereby undermine him. And you learn some interesting things about him as you go. As he said, he has millions and millions of miles of circuitry, and in all those millions of miles of circuitry, even he does not know the full extent of what exists within this system. Even he has lost track of all the things that are there. So, while he is apparently omnipotent, he is not omniscient. But he's close. Any case, that was the intro. That was the intro to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I might play this game. I didn't know it was on Steam, honestly. I just found out last night it was. So, I might play this game in the future, but it's the kind of game that I would prefer to have complete and full knowledge of before I start playing it. I don't want to go through this stumbling around halfway blind. I would like to know how to progress through each of the stories, and then what each of the stories are meant to represent. And I'm sorry to say at the moment I don't feel confident in that. But I thank you all for watching with me. It was fun, right? It was good times. Watch it, listen to Harlan Ellison be a crazy person. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Okay.